Fast viewing. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about this. A beautiful, shiny little disc known as the DVD. Why do I like DVDs? Well, because they're packed with special features. They include commentary tracks, they include theatrical trailers, they include different cuts, they can include chapter selections, which I think is something we take for granted nowadays in the streaming service era of film distribution. Call me old-fashioned, I love me a DVD and I love some special features. This copy of Species 2 I purchased recently from a thrift store for $2, and it actually has the original tag for how much it cost. This cost $31.95. $31.95 is not a cheap price. See, back in the early 2000s, people purchasing DVDs were really looking for what value they could get from their purchase. Film distributors who were actually putting out movies on DVD took the extra step to make sure they were winning that purchase. This copy of this film actually includes its own special booklet. A booklet that includes great photos, great images, but also has information about how the film was made, the special effects, the places that they shot the film, the location information is in here. I love these plastic cases. If you think about it, DVDs are going to become kind of lost media. There's going to be things on DVDs that you can't find anywhere else. Of course, there are amazing people out there who are taking special features from DVDs and putting them onto YouTube, which I think is great for film preservation. But there's something amazing about actually owning a copy of a movie, especially if a film was underappreciated when it was originally released, because we could start seeing a lot more films discovered that could become cult classics. Films that could be dug up from the early 2000s that were released maybe straight to DVD, never got a theatrical release, just flew under the radar. And so maybe some of those films could be discovered and could technically be lost media. There's something really special about the age of DVD distribution that probably has some hidden gems in its backlog. So my question is, when are DVDs going to become valuable again? Like I said, I purchased this one from a thrift store for $2, which is a crazy cheap price to be able to watch a movie, but also get a exclusive collectible booklet and a bunch of special features. So when the hell are DVDs going to become popular again? It's because the thing is, DVDs are still being produced. You know, Universal Pictures or any of the big film distributing companies, they are still producing DVDs at a very a much more smaller rate of distribution, but they are still producing DVDs. Now, these DVDs do not have anywhere near the level of special features that these DVDs did back in the early 2000s. So once DVDs stop being created, they are going to become more and more valuable. Of course, these films are going to degrade. There's things called disc rot, which I didn't know about, but apparently DVDs can degrade if not looked after properly. So as we steer further and further away from physical media, I think once DVDs fully disappear, then they're going to start becoming more and more valuable. Is that going to happen in my lifetime? I don't think so. I think when I'm dead and the next generation have become old people, maybe then DVDs will be worth actual money. But up until that point, I don't think they're going to be particularly valuable until, of course, they become out of print media and they become very, very rare. But even then, I think it's still going to take a long time before they become collectible, antique items. Right now, we are in sort of this sweet spot of DVD collecting, because if you want to get into collecting DVDs, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can go to a thrift store, like I said, and buy a bunch of movies for $1 each. It's crazy how much people don't value DVDs anymore. I've discussed this in a previous video, but VHS has had a bit of a resurgence recently. There is a collectible market for vintage and retro VHS that was released particularly in the 80s. I think at some point in the future we will see a resurgence of collecting and nostalgia for DVDs. So DVDs that were made in the late 90s and the early 2000s will probably become rare, and you'll probably start seeing more and more DVD stores show up, and DVDs will become a sort of like a hipster icon of vintage nostalgia. So look, are DVDs going to be popular anytime soon? With a certain crowd, with you and me, maybe. But I don't think we're going to see any sort of hardcore collecting of DVDs and value for a long time, especially when Blu-rays are still kicking around. But there's no doubt that even modern day Blu-ray distribution has lacked a lot of special features. Thankfully, there are still like boutique alternative distributors who are re-releasing older films. These are distributors like Arrow Media, Imprint, or Umbrella, who are producing films on Blu-ray with a stack of special features and are actually trying to preserve some of the special features that we had in DVDs. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and a subscription would go a long way to helping grow this channel. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, hopefully by the middle of next year is my goal. So thank you so much for watching. Keep enjoying movies, keep being weird, keep being spooky, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye everybody.